Hello everyone and welcome to today's stream. I'm joined by Claire, who's this side.
Hello.
And I'm here at Pinewood Studios. Thank you so much for joining us for the third roundup of the Berlin Lifter Film Festival. So today we'll talk about all the films that are currently in the lead and the biggest movers of the week so far. But before we get there, and as we have Claire on the screen right now, before she moves over to Just Voice, let's talk about the festival a bit and just thank you so much to everyone who has joined the Festival Hub. It's great to see so much engagement in there. And also to the screenwriters that took part in the focus group and the first round of filmmakers who also took part in the focus group. They were really, really great. And it's so nice to just hear what you guys are up to and what your future goals are. And I can't wait to hear your feedback for the other writers and filmmakers. Claire, you did one yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah, so we kicked off the filmmaker focus groups with the judges select shorts. And I think there was 8 of us in there yesterday. Lots of really cool discussions about sort of career goals and sort of the inspiration behind the projects. And then the feedback will be taking place within the focus group on the Festival Hub, starting from today onwards, really. And then we've got the next focus groups for the other programmes next week.
Yeah, they're pretty much back to back. Yeah, they're pretty much back to back next week, and they're really exciting as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Great. So not only that, but let's talk about the prizes for the Berlin Lifter Film Festival. So there will be a handful of films that will come with us and screen in Berlin in 2020 at Il Kino, which is our cinema out there. It's a fantastic little cinema that often hosts the Berlinale content as well. So it's a really cool independent art house cinema. And then we also do the directors' roundtables, and I'm not sure if anyone saw, but we did those this morning for the Liftoff New Year Extravaganza filmmakers, and it was really, really, really fun. Lots of people chatting away in the chat box, asking the filmmakers questions, and yeah, the stream was a huge success in my opinion. So thank you to everyone who joined us there as well. So they're the 2 prizes, and also season award nominations for our 2021 season, and fingers toes, everything crossed that we get to actually host that here this year or next year. So they're the 3 prizes. So you've got screenings in Berlin next year, the Audience Choice Roundtable, and also season award nominations.
Absolutely.
Do you want to tell them a little bit more about the voting process for anyone who may be struggling or haven't placed their votes yet?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the best thing to do if you're not entirely sure of the voting process is to watch the video that's pinned at the top of the VOD page. Along with your ticket information, your ticket email, you've got a voting code and a voting link. And that's how you place your votes for your 2 favourite films. For filmmakers who signed up with their free link, you've got to go back to that email if you haven't already, and you've got your voting link in there.
Ta-da. And the chat room is open here again. So hello to Bilal, who joined us on the chat with the extravaganza winners, and also to Francisco. So I was going to say San Francisco, but Francisco, thank you for joining us as well. Cool. Should we crack on with the presentation?
Let's head over to see
All right, I'm just going to get it all up this side, so we will be showing you the back end. Sorry about that.
So we're going to be kicking off, as usual, with the judges' select shorts.
Here we go. There you go.
Okay. So yeah, let's take a look. So this is information as of 11 a.m. today. We always stress this because things are constantly changing. But yeah, here we go. So we've got 143 viewers from 16 countries, 1,135 playthroughs of shorts on that programme, which is fantastic. 116 votes placed so far. So we've still got a few to come in, but there's still plenty of time. Iridescent still sits on top with 39 votes. We had Catherine in the focus group with us yesterday, and it was lovely hearing a little bit more about the inspiration behind this project. The Snow Maze on 10 votes and Girl on 9. So Iridescent, directed by Catherine Carmichael. Today is Elise's 21st birthday. Elise suffers from Tourette's syndrome. She has done since she was 13 years old. Elise's tics don't involve her shouting or swearing. Brought up in a loving, slightly kooky family with a natural acceptance of all, Elise thrives within her home. But school life has not been kind, picked on for being different, and often the popular girls that have given her the hardest time. This is so lovely. I mean, Catherine yesterday was talking about trying to show a much more positive element to people who, live with Tourette's in different family situations, not the typical tics that people sort of always think of, showing it in a different way. And I think that's lovely.
Absolutely. And also, Catherine has been in the lead for a long time now, so there's a bit of competition coming her way, I think.
A lot of people are loving the film.
They are, which is great. And I'm so glad to hear that she's taking part in the focus group and connecting with the other filmmakers as well.
Yeah, really nice.
So moving on to the next film.
So The Snow Maze, directed by Sam Cadman. 10-year-old Adam is an isolated boy tormented by the school bully until the arrival of a new girl and the discovery of an old key changes everything. So there we go, an 11-minute short directed by Sam. And then Girl, a German film here directed by Silvana Dam. Ada, an adolescent from a low socioeconomic family, gets her first period while her mother is at work. Having to take care of her younger sisters, they embark on a mission to the convenience store to purchase menstrual items. Unfortunately, the small change she has pulled together is not enough. As the shopkeeper turns away to make a phone call, Ada feels helpless and at the mercy of the situation. When the shopkeeper finally realizes what's happening, Ada's anger at her helplessness has already taken over.
Great. Okay, so then moving on to the Judges Select features. So we've had 49 viewers from 11 countries on 330 playthroughs and currently on 15 votes. So there's a lot of movement to go here. So as Claire mentioned, all of the information that is here is as of 11 a.m. GMT today. So coming up, Short is still on the highest votes on 5 votes, Posting on 4 and King of Ravens on 3 votes. So coming up, Short is directed by Queen Muhammad Ali and Hakeem Khalik from the USA. Coming up, Short is a true story about Shorty, a member of the Lynch Mob and one of the most controversial platinum and gold rap recording groups of all time, led by Ice Cube. And we've mentioned about this film in the last 3 roundups, so really well done to the team there for getting those votes in. Also, the poster just looks great. And the next is Posting by Lena Schemelik from Germany. Isa, 25, is an influencer. Fitness, lifestyle, natural nutrition, and most of all, bare skin. She has 1.5 million followers on Instagram. Too bad that she gets busted with illegal substance for athletes, robbing her of authenticity. A dramatic decline in her career. She loses her following, her job, money, her apartment. Last refuge is her sister's Airbnb room. So, yep, that's that. And then King of Ravens, directed by Peter Lewandowski from Germany. It's nice to see so many German films popping up here as well, considering this is our Berlin Lifter Festival. So Darko, a young survival artist, lives illegally in Germany. He tries to keep himself and his sick mother afloat in an urban jungle until he is at risking of losing himself in amour fleur with a mysterious Alina. What at first seemed to suit him very well soon becomes a problem. He begins to fall in love with her. Aline seems to enjoy the situation, but leaves it open for a long time whether she shares her feelings. The fragile dream shatters when the unequal relationship with the past catches up with him. Suddenly, Darko's whole existence, as well as hope for a better life, is at stake.
Wow.
Yeah.
Again, cool poster.
Really cool poster. It gives all the tones away and the mood and the feelings. It's key, isn't it, having a really strong poster?
Definitely. I mean, we've spoken to so many distributors and sales agents about the importance of graphics, haven't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so moving on then. So Trendsetters shorts. Claire, take it away.
Amazing. So 123 viewers from 24 countries. We're on 817 playthroughs on this one, and 91 of you have voted thus far, including a staggering 57 for Jump.
Wow.
That's got to be close to one of our records, hasn't it, Nat?
Yeah. Well done.
Currently, 2 others that have seen big shifts in votes this week are Remember on 6 votes, which is a film we haven't mentioned yet, and Wet Skin also on 6, but starting with Jump. A short film from the USA directed by Natalie Curia. Alfred, a middle-aged party clown, leads a somewhat artistic life in New York City, but it's not quite what he imagined in his youth. As he gets older, Alfred begins to question whether he's failed to achieve his dreams and compares himself to a former college friend who seems to have it all. Speaking of posters, nice to see sort of like a more hand-drawn style there, but it is a short live action. And then Remember, directed by Nino Vincenzo Valpiani from Germany. A Berlin locksmith's heavily burdened life takes a sudden turn when he is struck by an electric shock. Obtaining a superpower that allows him to open doors with nothing more than a slight touch, he starts to question his whole existence as a craftsman. Though not being able to cope with it at first, a young friend encourages him to look at the newly won power from a child's perspective. So this is a lovely, fantastical, magical realist drama.
Amazing. And then again, poster really sticks out here. Yeah. And it's nice to see a new film come into the stream.
Into the mix, yes. Yeah. And then Wet Skin, again German, directed by Alexandra Hotz. A tired woman drives through a remote street at night until suddenly a bright ray of light appears. This is an atmospheric animated music video which deals in abstract, in an abstract way with the topic of longing.
Cool. So then moving on to Trendsetters features, we've had 54 viewers from 14 countries, 507 playthroughs, and 44 votes so far. So Abba on 29 votes, again, on lots of votes there. Companion, 7 votes, and Dead End in the Land of Julius on 6 votes. So Abba is directed by Gul Karaslan and Sadit Kiran from Turkey. Nomadism is the oldest economic activity in the world, based on the relationship between manpower, animal and nature. Eastern and southeastern Anatolia regions in Turkey. The animal lives sustaining communities and tribes to continue the nomadic lifestyle without being bound to soil. This is a feature documentary and it's 74 minutes long. Personally, I absolutely love this topic, so this resonated a lot with me. And then the next film is Companion, directed by John Darbon from the USA. Across a post-apocalyptic landscape, hunted by malicious spirits known as the Companions, a guilt-stricken woman must choose to abandon her husband or die with him. This is a feature live-action narrative that is horror. So if you love your horror films, definitely check this out. And again, that is a very creepy poster. We're in the dark here is the line.
Yes.
Cool. And then Dead End in the Land of Julius is directed by Serhat Ektüner from Turkey. So that's 2 Turkish films that have made it into this feature collection here. My film aims to address the infinite and endless moment of the migration block in Greece. My aim is to focus on the faces of the different migrants holding a vague registration paper. The face expresses both the personality and the identity of unique person and bears the sign of de-individualization that as administrative paper emphasizes. Faces, people we don't see, we don't look at, beyond the statistics, beyond the speeches. My film invites you to look at the faces of the people trapped in the land of Julius. Wow. So this is a 55-minute feature documentary.
Okay then, last but certainly not least, our new voice shorts, which over the last week has seen a huge number of viewers flood to it and votes. Lots more votes come in, so that's really exciting. 154 of you, out of which 131 have now voted. Still at the top though, it's interesting how these films are staying in pole position, is Steve A. Jim on 23. Then we've got Seizure, a completely new film coming in with 13 votes. And Hiding, also a completely new film that we haven't mentioned yet, on 12. So Steve A. Jim, a German film directed by Irene de la Casa. Steve A. Jim is a short fictional story about 2 men, Jimmy, a programmer, Steve, a musician, that cross their paths one night, unified by the paranoia of the external world. Because Steve comes back home with a big amount of money, finally earned to produce his EP. There we go. So then we've got Seizure, directed by Ramon Buerki from the USA. After the unpleasant event of a seizure during a night out, right in presence of his crush and other school companions, Dave is quite concerned about how other schoolmates might react to what happened as he insecurely attempts to get back to his normal daily life. Throughout his recovery, he will eventually discover the unexpected role in the lives of those he learns to truly call his friends. Really nice, slightly different take there on sort of like a coming of age. That's really nice.
Yeah.
And then Hiding, directed by Narusha Wijayaman from the UK. A student short here. A man goes for a walk in the woods with his family one morning. He plays hide and seek with his child, but gets triggered by a traumatic memory. He migrated to London from a war zone due to his childhood scars, but memories he wishes to forget come back to torment him. There we go.
And that is it. I'm just going to get Claire back on the screen, so bear with me. Here she comes. There she is.
Hello.
She's back. There we go. It's so nice to see you again, Claire.
Oh, it's been too long, Nat.
It's been too long. And thank you to everyone who joined us on the stream today, and thanks for your comments in the chat room as well. We will be back next week for the final roundup of the Berlin Film Festival before the top films migrate over to the network round. So you have roughly a week to get your votes in.
Yeah.
So
enjoy your final week of watching the films.
Yeah, enjoy it as well. And let us know what your favourite films are. We look forward to seeing you next week.
Amazing.
Bye-bye.